All right, let's see if we can get these three title. We got the album title. I don't know who Gloria is. We got Heart Part 6. Heart Part 6. God, this has to be fire. GNX title track has to be fire. Gloria, it's the final track, so it has to be fire. So there's a lot riding on these last three. And he better be spitting on this too. I don't want to. I don't want to hear all that. It doesn't have to be lyrical. No. This is Heart Part 6. You better, and it has to be better than Drake's Heart Part 6. That's important.
Studio filled with Jack in the Box and Pepsis. Niggas watching War Star videos, not the SBs. Laughing at beat pump or stomach turning. I get up and proceeded to write some. Absol in the corner, mumbling raps, fumbling packs of Blackie Mouse.
I love Absol.
Kush till he cracked a smile. His words legendary. Wishing I could rhyme like him. Studied this style to define my pen. That was back when the only goal was to get J-Rock through the door.
That's dope. Okay, now we're going back in time. This is giving you a little history lesson. TDE, back when Absol was very much better than Kendrick Lamar back then. It was, the distance was clear. Go back to the old ones, it was drastic. Absol was smoking them constantly. Anyway.
And I get up and proceeded to write some.
I love Absol.
Corner mumbling raps, fumbling packs of Blackie Mouse, crumbling Kush till he cracked a smile. His words legendary, wishing I could rhyme like him. Studied this style to define my pen. That was
I love that. Studied his style so I can define. And you can definitely tell a lot of the Absol influence in even like stylistically, the content. All throughout his career, the Absol influence, like Absol a lot of times was like leading the charge as far as like the weird stuff, or like when it got, you know what I mean, like, and then Kendrick would kind of like take inspiration from that and experiment a little bit more, or lyrically he would step up when Absol, like the more Absol evolved. So you can definitely see that. And then now he's about to talk about J-Rock, who people forget. J-Rock was the first one to blow up out of TDE. He had Wayne, Ross, etc., all on his album, and I think like 2011. That was before Kendrick blew up for real.
Write some. Absol in the corner, mumbling raps, fumbling packs of Blackie Mouse, crumbling Kush till he cracked a smile. His words legendary, wishing I could rhyme like him. Studied this style to define my pen. That was back when the only goal was to get J-Rock through the door. Warner Brother Records, hope Naeem Ali would let us know. Was excited just to go to them label meetings. Was it my record deal? But still, I couldn't believe it. Me and Rock inside the booth hibernating. It was simple math. If he made it, that mean I made it. Everything I had was for the team. I remained patient, grinding with my brothers. It was us against them, no one above us. Bless our hearts.
That's hooked. This is smooth. I like this. Okay, so it would be hard to compare to Drake's Heart Part 6 because they're completely drastic, different tones. So I'm not gonna do that. So, but this is nice. I like this.
My nigga Dave had a champagne Acura, a bunch of instrumentals.
Talking about Dave. Hey, me, my baby might be Dave Freeze. Let's talk about it.
Out in the passenger, that nigga wore several hats: a producer, manager, director, and DJ. A hi-hat, squabbling bloods, pyrus, and keyways. For this little thing of ours we call TDE. I watch him take some penitentiary chances, to say the least. I love this. I love this. As somebody who's been there for a while, like I've been a fan of Kendrick since like 2010, 2011. This is fun. This is really like not just Kendrick, TDE as a camp. So this is really cool to me to hear. To hear his perspective of what I watched, That's my nigga for shit show. He brought Q over, but Q didn't rap, but he learned from our inspo. We split Louisiana.
I've heard that story before.
Riverboat special, sleeping next to O2 our consoles to be our refuge. He was homeless and I left home. Q said, "Dot, you won't be slept on. You the nigga to bet on." Top had given us the million in the home he lived in, hoping that we see some millions. God bless our hearts.
The first felt short. Maybe it's because I kept pausing. I don't know, but I'm liking it. It's not anything crazy. It's not anything violent or whatever. It's just telling the story. The come-up story. It's nice, like a coming-of-age story. Almost. More so just reminiscing, but whatever. I like that color chorus ties into the Heart Part 6 title.
Phil Jackson in my early practices, strategies on how to be great amongst the averages. I picked his brain on what was ordained, highly collaborative. Rep pushed the label the same amongst the savages. Moose kept my name in the function that he would run in. Keys kept the vultures away from me that was coming. Soundwave let me borrow his clothes for shows.
I like this. I like him shouting out all these people because like I know all these names. All these names are super familiar to me because again, I've been a fan forever. So it's just cool like hearing them in a song like this.
What was ordained, highly collaborative. Rep pushed the label the same amongst the savages. Moose kept my name in the function that he would run in. Keys kept the vultures away from me that was coming. Soundwave let me borrow his clothes for shows as a hype man. They cook up in his room till the night ends. Time flies. I'm carrying debates of a top 5, burying my ops and allies. But I done a half job communicating feelings of being stagnant. Life was coming. Soundwave let me borrow his clothes.
I like that he kind of, I think it would have been fun just for the sake of 6, but he must really not like Drake. But I think it would have been fun if he just skipped 6 and just went to 7. Because I think that would have been like a dope acknowledgement of the battle. Even though he's not saying like, he's not saying, oh, Drake won or anything, but I think it would have just been dope. Like as far as like looking back in the history books, like when people look back, like 20 years from now, okay, why are there 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? We're 6. Oh, it's this battle that happened. Like it kind of establishes that as a moment in time. I think that would have just been cool. Like it would have just been cool. Like it had nothing to do with whether or not he thought like he won or not. It would have just been a cool acknowledgement of this moment in history and how significant this battle was. I think that would have been like a fun little nod. But I'm assuming he's putting out Heart Part 6 to kind of like erase Drake's Heart Part 6, which is, if he's still like in war mind mode, probably the best move. You know what I mean? But like if he's like truly past the battle, I think it would have been cool to go to 7, but I don't think he's past it.
For shows as a hype man, they cook up in his room till the night ends. Time flies. I'm carrying debates of a top 5. Poured everything I had left in the family business. Now it's about Kendrick. I want to evolve.
Actually, I'm gonna pause it there. Just all right, cool. Oh shoot, I messed up bad.
Hit the streets, then come back, record 3 records. Poured everything I
There we go. I messed up. Don't worry about it.
Business. Now it's about Kendrick. I want to evolve. Place my skill set as a black exec. I jog my memory, knowing Black Hippy didn't work cause of me. Creatively, I moved on with new concepts in reach. Top remember Harlem sessions.
Interesting. Okay, now he's taking the blame for Black Hippy never dropping an album, I'm assuming, and just Black Hippy in general not working. I mean, they didn't do anything. Like they literally, you know, they have singles and stuff, but their last song together was like the That Part remix, which had to be like 2016 or 2017 at the latest. Because That Part came out in 2016 with SchoolBoy Q's album, Blank Face. God, I'm a nerd. So he's taking the blame for that, and I like that. It's kind of like Eminem on Kamikaze taking the blame on Stepping Stone, taking the blame for D12 not panning out after Proof passing away. I like that. You know, he's the leader of the group, and now he's acknowledging, hey, I dropped the ball. You know, I don't think Kendrick is the leader of Black Hippy. They were never established enough to have a leader, to be frank. And like even back then when they first started off, Kendrick was kind of just like a guy in the group. He wasn't the leader. So I wouldn't say like, but like as far as TDE, he's definitely like a leader of TDE. I mean, he's Kendrick Lamar. So it is cool for him to kind of step down off his high horse for a second, off his pedestal, and be like, hey, I messed up. You know, it's dope, and it shows good leadership qualities. And possibly as a guy, he's talking about moving on to business endeavors, which is very clear, very clear with all these fashion shows he's at and all these endorsements. It's very clear he's moving on to business endeavors. I don't know if it's full-time or what, but it's good quality to have in a leader is somebody who can admit when they're wrong and not just blame others.
We would strategize, then hit the streets, then come back, record 3 records.
I don't know why I need to stare at the song title while I do this.
voiced the condolences, but the pride crashed. Guys, then hit the streets, then come back, record 3 records. To tell the truth, it fucked me up when D-Man passed. The motive was the condolences, but the pride crashed. I had to bypass old mythologies I had. Put my heart on display like it was an iMac. To how my young niggas let me be the demonstration. How to conduct differences with a healthy conversation. If that's your family, then handle it as such. Don't let the socials gas you up, but let emotions be your crush. Pick up the phone and bust it up before the history is lost. Hand to hand shake is good when you have a heart to heart. Use your heart and not your eyes. Baby, just relax your mind. If you got
I like that. That was nice. I really wish it was 7 though. I do wish that would have been cool. I don't know. I just think it would have just been cool. And like just a nice nod, Easter egg type of thing. But that was dope though. As a longtime fan, that was really nice to hear. Now this title track, this has to be fire. All 3 of these have to be fire.